Welcome to today's meet and greet session of Fired Up. As you all know, Fired Up is a transformational anthology. It's been written by women change makers from around the world, where we share our inspiring stories of mess to a message, test to a testimony, and our been throughs to breakthroughs. So today we have a very special conversation. Uh, we are donating the proceeds from the sales of the book to a charity. Samadhan is the one that we have selected. Samadhan in Hindi means solution. So it's an NGO based in Delhi with a dual focus on persons with intellectual disability who are also impacted by poverty. So today we are going to chat with Mrs. Sumathi Morgan, the Executive Director of Samadhan. Welcome, Sumathi, to the show.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for this wonderful introduction. You put everything together so nicely. And really thank you and your forum for opting for Samadhan to be partners in our journey. Thank you so much.
Yeah, glad to do that. Would you like to share a bit about how and why Samadhan started and the journey so far?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long journey, 40 years uh, back in 1981. Samadhan was started by Mrs. Pramila Balasundaram. Uh, she started it with a vision to extend the services to children from the low income communities to give them an affordable and accessible services. And our focus group is children with intellectual disabilities. Samadhan is one of the pioneers in early intervention. So in 1981, when hardly any services are available for especially children with intellectual disability, Samadhan started this service with the help of few volunteers and doing house to house surveys and counseling people, and the stigma that is behind labeling children with intellectual disabilities, and the communities didn't understand much. They thought that they won't be able to do anything, but Samadhan wanted to break that myth. And so we did a lot of puppet shows, street plays with the help of the college students, and that helped a lot. And through past 40 years of Samadhan, a lot of the perception change has happened. And now Samadhan is a well-known name in the neighborhood of Dakshinpuri, which is a resettlement colony where you have people from um, vendors, small shopkeepers, rickshaw pullers, and housemates. So people who are migrant workers, they live there, and taking the children with intellectual disability for therapy services means losing out on a day's income. So Samadhan provided a solution to their problems by giving the services, and we are giving it free of cost now. And so that's it, like the 40 years of journey, which is very blissful and also a lot of challenges.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing about that. Like how does the community respond to such intellectual disabilities in general? Like not just like the neighborhood of Samadhan, but as a society across different strata.
Yeah, now there is a lot of awareness, because thanks to all this awareness and sensitization programs, generally disability has got a lot of recognition, and also like people started to think about it and include disability in all the initiatives and their programs. The government has done a lot for that, but intellectual disability, it's still a long way to go, and we are all advocating. And because of some, even the understanding level, of the awareness and sensitization is needed for intellectual disability. But yeah, a lot of work has been done, and the community has become more sensitive. And especially during this pandemic, I would say the families, usually the mothers are the primary caretakers, and they used to bring the children for therapy services. During the pandemic, when fathers were also at home, it's a lot of realization that happen and understanding, even the family members. So post, I won't say post COVID, maybe now after 1.5 years or 2 years of COVID being there, um, the male members of the family and the other members of the family, they are more sensitized, and they would like to contribute. They want to bring the children for the therapy, and they pass the word among the community. Even the community leaders, the NGOs, the other people, like the political leaders, they are all like more sensitized towards intellectual disability, and they are referring people to Samadhan. And yeah, the general awareness is increased, and still a long way to go, which we need to do it on daily basis. We are doing it.
Yeah, and like I've seen a lot of the different alternate therapies and all that you have been using. So, can you share some of the innovative practices that you use in Samadhan?
Yeah, Rebecca. Actually, I came into this disability sector because basically I was teaching dance earlier, and I was trained in one of the classical dances, Bharatanatyam. So I was taking classes for my sister's school, and my niece's daughter got cerebral palsy. She was born with that, and she was so intrigued by the rhythm and the music. So when she used to cry for the physiotherapy sessions, she used to enjoy the dance sessions. And till now, she remembers all those moments that I used to teach. So that made me think that dance, music, art, and other creative arts can do wonders for children with disabilities, because that way they are able to connect, and their mind gets awakened, and so they are more responsive. And so we thought that we should add all those aspect into our therapy. So along with occupational therapy, speech therapy, psychological counseling, and special education, we incorporate the creative movement as one of the therapies. And we have a creative hour in our NGO, and children enjoy those times. And after that, their learning capacity and listening, their concentration, it has increased a lot. So I myself a creative movement facilitator. So I enjoy doing those sessions with our special educators so that they incorporate those in the curriculum. So we give more importance to drama therapy, art therapy, music and dance, and the creative movement as the whole.
Yeah, that's very nice. Like, I'm sure these can also be incorporated in other NGOs and other special schools, and they
Definitely.
can use such
Yeah, benefit
therapy.
out of it.
Yeah. So, like, you also help women in your program, how does it, boost their confidence level, their financial levels and all?
Yeah. Actually, in 2001, we won the World Bank Award for linking poverty, disability, and women's empowerment. So, what we did was this is the idea of our founder, Premila Balasundram, who thought that mothers who bring the children for the therapies, they are very low in their esteem, because mostly they are accused for giving birth to a child with disability, and they have been given the primary responsibility of taking care of the child. So when they come for the therapy sessions, instead of them just sitting there or just helping the child out, we thought that they can also earn something. So we started with some handicrafts items, and we started the masala unit. And but through these years, when we see them, a lot of the most of the women who are engaged in this kind of activities. Not only in this, we have trained them in community work so that they become survey workers and community outreach programs, and they also help with the therapy sessions, like assistance to the professionals. So and when they started earning something, they become like, part of the decision making in the families. Their self esteem has improved, and they also talk about a lot of things that are like, advocating for this cause. So definitely, yes, they are very empowered, and we are very happy, and we see a lot of changes in their families, like how they are bringing up their children with that kind of vision. So yeah, definitely this has helped a lot, and we have used the local resources, that is the community women, in our therapy program, so that they take that ownership, and also they like to contribute for this cause.
Sure. So maybe here we'll have a video from your founder and
Yeah,
let our viewers see a bit about your NGO.
definitely.
I'm Pramila Balasundaram. I'm the founder of an organization called Samadhan, which in Sanskrit means a solution to problems. The place of the woman was very clearly home. Be wife, be mother-in-law, daughter, whatever, but nothing else. We started training these women, and today they make spices and they make very nutritious laddus called protein laddus, and they make paper mache handicraft items. So the mothers as well as some of the women from the community join, and we have this income generating project from which they earn a little bit of income, which helps them to gain self confidence and self worth. We have also received two international awards, one from World Bank, which was for innovation because we train local women and we use them as our partners, and one from a world body for the intellectually disabled called Inclusion International, where they gave us an award because we were involving the mothers as partners. We trained the mothers to do our surveys, to identify families with disabled kids, and well, these were the two major awards.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Rebecca. That was really wonderful.
yeah, thank you for sharing that. Let's talk a bit about the fundraising challenges that you have been facing. How has it been during these times, especially, the pandemic times?
Yeah, pandemic time was really very tough time for all of us and for the families. But we were very determined that whether we have funds or not, we'll all be supporting the families. So there were a lot of challenges, like families didn't have the Android phones through which we were giving them the online coaching and for the mothers and the family members, and they had their own problems, like how do we do without the resources. So we try to give them the resources and also help them to whatever they have, the household materials, how to turn them into a learning resource for their children. And the children were having behavioral issues and so on and so forth. And the funding that was like during that time, we had like Ford Foundation was supporting us till September. They were supporting, and also we had very dedicated supporters like Heart and Hand for the Handicap, and then we have Friends of Samadhan who made a charity in Australia. Um, they do the fundraising activities for us and sent some funds so that kind of we can cheer the families during this pandemic
And
time
so
also.
we had a very
And also the nutritional, we were able to give them the ration, the nutritional supplements, and so on. And for generally the funding comes, and even from the government of India, the National Trust is supporting us for some 10 children. They are giving support for the early intervention program. So the thing is, sometimes we get project oriented funding. For example, we have all the equipment supplied by Sumitomo Corporation, and there are some very project oriented funding. But for the general administration, it's always a struggle to keep or hire people to coordinate the services. It's always a struggle. So general administration cost to cover that, for the support staff and also people working in the community outreach and all that. So this is a major challenge for us, and it's a constant challenge. And we need regular support in order to reach out to more children, in order to give them regular therapies. Though professionals and staff and everybody during this COVID time, they worked with half their salaries or some of them without salaries. But this can't go on for ever. So we need at least a core staff. For that, we need funding. So that is one area that we are looking at. Otherwise, generally, yes, fundraising to have somebody like a team, because it's a small NGO. So we don't have a team for fundraising. Definitely, volunteers and interns and others can, definitely people like you can help us get that kind of fundraising support.
Yeah. So we'll try, the little that we can do by,
Yeah.
supporting through our royalty proceeds. How can the readers of Fired Up and the viewers here, how can they contribute to Samadhan? Where can they
Yes.
find you?
Yes. This I wanted to share. Like, I don't know whether there is a chat or something which I can put it. There is, you can visit our website, which is, should I to say that Samadhan,
Yeah.
www.samadhanindia.org. So is there a chat or something which I can
You
send?
can go back and put it on Facebook.
Okay, fine. Not here, right? Okay. Then we have
Um,
Facebook page, which you can follow us. Uh, that is at India Samadhan. And there is an Instagram page which is very relatively new, samadhan.india. So you can follow us. You can give us a social media presence by spreading the word and sharing it among your groups. And the second thing you can do is to write stories of change. So you can partner with us to bring out stories of change, and that can be published in this social media. And maybe raising funds, like fundraising events, like online fundraising event or anything you can think of, you can help us out. If you are having special skills, you can share with us, because we are also getting into occasional training, especially in Dwarka. So the need is more. So if you are really well versed in particular skills and you would like to share with us, you can always contact me so we can take it up further. And internship and volunteer are always welcome. And samadhan.dwarka@gmail.com is the email ID to which you'll be sending all the requests so that we will get back to you. Yeah, generally spread the word about Samadhan. That is what we need, because we are very, like, we don't have such social presence. present. So I need request that kind of help from you.
Sure, we'll try our best to share this with as many people as we can. And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Sumathi, for joining us today on this chat. Any last words you have for the viewers today and for the readers of Fired Up?
Yeah, I would say um, you should keep inspiring people through your writing, and never let the fire in you die. Stay strong and let your capabilities bring hope to those in need and less fortunate. Give voice to the voiceless. That's my request to you all.
Yeah, thank you so much. It is so true that we need to give a voice, give a platform for those who are not able to share their stories and those who don't have a voice. So, thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today. We are launching Fired Up next week. So, do stay in touch and support us by getting a copy of the book and support Samadhan by getting a copy of the book. And the 9th December, save the date, 9th of December, next Thursday, we'll be launching the book. So we look forward to seeing you all. And thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great
Rebecca,
day.
9th December is our, I mean, the anniversary. Samadhan's 40th anniversary. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
So, on the 40th anniversary of Samadhan, we'll be releasing the book,
Wow.
and we look forward to helping you all. Having you all help us fire up more people. So, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.